What's up? Solidus-T. Back at y'all with something. You know, today's topic is going to be a little different. I got a lot of stuff I'm going to bring up, but right now I want to talk about something that I haven't talked about before on my channel. Some of y'all might look at this kind of funny, but I want to say this or talk about this because it's real shit that I've experienced. So let's talk about it. Let me talk about it. So, as some of y'all might know, there's a situation going on where legendary rapper Fat Joe, Hispanic guy, Puerto Rican, Hispanic, he made some comments that are looked at as anti-black. And there's people out there that's upset about what he said. So there's an interesting debate going on now about why people that are not black or people that come to this country, foreigners or whatnot, what have you, why they come over here and feel they can disrespect black people but yet profit off of black people, etc., etc. And why black people are always, I don't want to say black people are victims, but let's, for the sake of it, victims of that, if you will, and why that goes on. And you know, if Fat Joe were to say things like that about the Asians, or let's say he said that about Jewish people, or let's say he said that about other Hispanic people, he would probably get canceled. But he said it about black people, it's okay. Me, I look at, this is how my thing is on that. The gentleman that interviewed Fat Joe, and when Fat Joe made those statements, if they didn't push back on it when he said it right in their presence, if they didn't push back on it, then honestly, I don't see why. Like, there is a room for the black people from what I saw. I mean, I think there's a woman on there that's Hispanic also. I seen that woman before. I think she used to work with The Source back in the day. I can't remember her name for some reason. Pretty Hispanic chick. Yeah, very attractive. Can't remember her name, but she was on the panel as well. But the other people on that panel, from what I saw, were black. If they didn't push back on what he said and challenge his points, then honestly, if they're not going to push back, I'm not really going to push back like that. And in regards to Fat Joe is a legend. He's been in the game for 30 years, still relevant. Some people like him. Me personally, I never was a Fat Joe fan, but I admit there are some songs that he got that I like. The only Hispanic rapper that I actually liked, that I thought was good, I like Cypress Hill, and I also like Big Pun. Other than that, all the favorite rappers that I have are black, and that's just because that's what I'm hearing and that's what I like, you know. So no, that ain't no disrespect or nothing like that. I ain't got to disrespect nobody on that. I'm just stating the fact. And I feel like most hip-hop fans, they have that same preference where it's like, yeah, I like black rappers. I'm not listening to no Hispanic rapper over a black rapper. I don't think nobody's really doing that, you know. So no, that, you know, it is what it is. But so yeah, he made those comments where he came off anti-black, and now there's some people tripping off that. Now, I'm about to talk about something or tell a somewhat story that y'all might think is bullshit, and it might sound like it's not real, but this is actually true, and this happened. So, years ago, I had a situationship with a Mexican woman, right? This when I used to live in St. Paul. I was messing with a Mexican woman. This went on for a while. You know how women really don't like when guys try to talk to them at the gym? Girls really don't be liking that shit. Back then, I met her at a gym. This is when I used to just be like, I'm just gonna holla at a chick if I see him out. If the chick look good to me, I'm gonna get at her. This was a nice looking Mexican woman, so I'm finna get at her. So I talked to her. Turns out I lucked up. She was with it. Gave me her number. We chopped it up. And chopped it up for like 2-3 weeks, and she was down to do something more than just talk. So I said, okay, bet. So I get it in with her. So boom. Fucking on a Mexican bitch, right? True story. That goes on. So one day we're talking and we get into like a deep conversation about race and all that, right? Against my better judgment, but I still entertained the convo. So we chopping it up and shit. So the topic came up of why do a lot of Hispanics have anti-blackness in them? Now this is a Mexican bitch. I'm gonna keep it real. She put me up on game. She taught me or told me some shit that I didn't really think of. I just assumed that people just be on bullshit like that, so they might be on some I don't like you because you're black type shit. That's what I assumed. And this is a Mexican woman, as I stated. So, believe it or not, she told me that the reason why a lot of, I'm not going to say all because there's never an all in everything, even though I probably could say that, but she told me most Hispanic people, the real reason why they're so anti-black, but yet they don't have no smoke for like non-black people, because you never really hear Hispanic people like go in on white people. Like example, you know that white dude at that Trump rally before the election, he made that joke about Puerto Rico. He had a little pushback, but it wasn't nothing serious. You know what I mean? It was like a little bullshit pushback. It didn't really move the needle, and that shit went away. Can you imagine if a black person would have said that about Hispanics? Hispanics would be waging war with us. You know, but they let a white man say that shit. They don't really push back like that. But she told me the reason why a lot of Hispanics are anti-black, specifically black men, is because, to me, this is gay shit, but this is what she told me. She said that the reason why it's like that is because Hispanic men, they feel like sexually they can't measure up to a black guy. This is why Hispanic men hate seeing a black man with a Hispanic woman. She told me, I remember when she said, can you imagine if Eva Longoria or Jessica Alba, two Hispanic women in Hollywood, if they had like black boyfriends or black husbands, they would lose, the Hispanic community wouldn't support them. She's telling me this. She said, I'm a Hispanic woman. This is what she said. She's Mexican. I know what I'm talking about. My people are Hispanic. I know what I'm talking about. That's the real reason why most Hispanics don't like black men. They don't got too much smoke for a black woman, even though a Hispanic person would go in on a black woman, but it's mostly black men who they have their dislike for. Now, it doesn't make sense for somebody to be like, oh, you're a different race or ethnicity from me, so I don't like you for that reason. That's too much. So it's not that. She told me out of her own mouth it's because Hispanic men feel they can't measure up to a black man sexually. The reason why I say that's gay shit, because it is. Why the fuck would a man worry about being able to measure up to another man sexually? That's gay shit. A straight nigga don't think like that. I'm surprised she told me that. And I remember she told me that because she said she dated Mexican men. And you know how some white dudes will literally, a lot of white dudes rather, they won't want to date a white woman or talk to a white woman anymore when they find out she fucked a black dude before, right? I'm pretty sure y'all have heard that. She said Hispanic men are the same way. Let a Hispanic man find out that she used to date or mess with a black dude. Not even date, she just fucked a black dude. They gonna basically disown her or not want to deal with her because of that, even though they shouldn't care about that. You should only really care if a woman has a high body count, but if she fucked like 2 or 3 dudes happen to be black, you would think you wouldn't care about that. Oh, that's nothing, that's a low body count, right? But she said, nah, they feel like they can't measure up to a black man sexually. They think that because she said she was messing with a Hispanic dude, right? And they were talking, and she said he flat out asked her, have you fucked a black dude before? She told me that she should have lied and said no, but she was honest. She told him the truth. She said, yeah. And she said that motherfucker got so mad, started asking her all types of crazy questions. She said he was asking her, was his dick big? Was his dick bigger than mine? Gay shit. Shit that a straight nigga don't be thinking or talking about. But she said, this is what she said. She said the Hispanic dude she's messing with was asking her that. Did he fuck you better than me? All type of shit. You know? And she told me, he even asked her something crazier like, oh, was he able to produce more sperm than me? Crazy shit. This is the true story. I'm not capping. I know this sounds like bullshit. Some of y'all probably gonna think I'm lying in the comments. Y'all probably gonna hit me up saying that nigga lying. Ain't no Mexican bitch tell him that. This is a true story. I'm telling y'all. And for real. So I'm thinking, so you're telling me, this is what I told her, Hispanic men, they don't like the fact that, or they got this thing where they feel like they can't measure up to a black man sexually. So because of that, they don't like us? That's what I asked her. She said, yes, that's where it roots. That's where it comes from. That's where the dislike stems from. Because Hispanic people can easily stay in their country where there's no other black people and just live it up and just make that shit work regardless of how fucked up the country is. They come to America and they make sure they get on some anti-black shit. That's where it's stemming from. Because outside of that, they have no reason to just be like, oh, I don't like black people. They don't even be around black people like that unless they're at like a job or something. All their family members are other Hispanic people. They talk Spanish most of the time. We mostly live together. This is what she's saying, her words. So it's like they don't even have experiences with black people like that. They see that shit on TV, but that's TV. But in real life, they don't really deal with us like that, you know? And then when the Hispanic people hang with black people, they compete with other black people. They try to, like a lot of Hispanic people about that life. And they try to be more gangster than black people. They're trying to compete with black people. It stems from thinking they can't sexually measure up to a black man. This is what she said, that's where it comes from. Because it doesn't make sense for an Hispanic person to be like, oh, you're black, I'm Hispanic, so I don't fuck with you. So I'm gonna talk shit about you, I'm gonna look down on you, I think I'm better than you, I'm gonna side with the white people over you, you know, when really I shouldn't even be acting like that. But I'm gonna do it anyways. And she told me it mostly stems from Hispanic men thinking they can't measure up. So when I heard that, so I'm like, so these motherfuckers are basically mad because they think that black men can fuck their women better, and that their women would prefer us sexually because they feel like we're bigger than them. Me, I don't care about shit. I'm not gay, so I don't care about shit. I'm not gay or bisexual, so I don't care about shit like that. But that's what I got from what she was telling me. Now, and she said that's where all this anti-black shit in the Hispanic community really stems from. Because she kept it real. This Mexican shit kept it real. And she said, I was actually surprised she was telling me this, is I'm black. I wouldn't think she would go that deep with me, but she did. She kept this shit a buck. And she said, look at all these Hispanic people that are in the industry. They get more attention when they try to act black. You know what I'm saying? A lot of Hispanic people do that because they can get more attention that way. And she kept it real. She was like, when you look at rap, because she listened to rap. And she said, do you hear any Hispanic rappers that are more popular than black rappers? No. It might seem like Hispanic rappers are popping in their community, but if they were to incorporate nigga shit in their, black people shit in their music, they would be more popular. They would get more attention. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like what Fat Joe's doing. I don't think Fat Joe would have the fan base he has if he was like, I'm just going to be on some strictly Hispanic shit. I'm a Puerto Rican. That's what I'm on. But nah, when you listen to Fat Joe, he talks like a black guy. You don't hear him talking Spanish. He dressed like a black dude. Let me see. When he raps with a deep voice like how a black rapper would. Everything about that motherfucker is black, even though he's a Hispanic dude. You see what I'm saying? And he prospered off black culture. He could have easily went to go make Latin music or music that Hispanic people would listen to. He didn't do that. Had he did that, he probably would still be successful somewhat, but not as successful as he is doing nigga shit. You see? You know? So it's like they try to be like black people, but they secretly dislike black people, and it stems from them thinking they can't sexually measure up to a black man. It's the same thing. Again, a lot of these white dudes do. A lot of these white girls, not all the time, but a lot of times, a lot of these white bitches, they can't go back to dating a white dude because if the white dude finds out she fucked a nigga before, Or even worse, she got a baby with a black dude. Most white dudes are not going to want to talk to her anymore because they're going to look at it as, oh, she's tainted, she's no good because she let a black dude hit. Now, the single mom part I can understand because I don't date single moms either. Single moms are women you shouldn't date. I get that. But let's say you're a white dude and you meet a white girl and she had sex with 4 different people and one of them was black. I don't think you should disqualify talking to her because of that. But a lot of white dudes would do that. She said Hispanic men are the same way. And she said after they had that conversation, he never talked to her like that again. And she said that's why when she dates or fucks around, she mostly does it with black dudes. Yeah, because Hispanic men, they find out she fucked a nigga before. She said they not really trying to go. They not really trying to talk to her. And she said, I'm a Hispanic woman. I'm Mexican. So, of course, I would be with my people. But they be on some bullshit. And I was like, damn, that's crazy. I believe that shit because the reason why I believe it is because that sounds like some crazy ass shit to just make up. And she told me that shit with no hesitation, made eye contact when she was telling me that. Story didn't change because we talked about it a couple of other times and she basically said the same shit over and over again. And when I think about it, that might be true because when you think about it with the most logical mindset, why would a Hispanic person just be anti-black? But every other ethnicity or race of people, they don't have a disdain for. Why would that be? You know? Because they feel threatened by us. They feel like we can do stuff that they can't do. You know? So that's why I believed her. And I remember that. So when this Fat Joe anti-black comments, allegedly he made, well, not allegedly, it's on tape, that he made, thinking about it, and I thought back about that, and I was like, damn, she might have been right. I'm not thinking, I have no idea if that's what Fat Joe is tripping off of, but that sounds believable because it's like, first of all, this is a Hispanic chick telling me that. And because I've had white girls tell me that about white dudes. You know, and these chicks are volunteering this information. I never asked her about that. I asked her about, so is it true that a lot of Hispanics don't like black people for whatever reason? I didn't think she was going to tell me all that. I'm thinking she was going to bullshit me or maybe we was going to get into an argument or have a disagreement. But nah, she kept it real. And she said, nah, that's where it stems from. And she said she's had Mexican men tell her that. And she's had Mexican men that wouldn't talk to her or date her because they found out she fucked a black dude before. And all that's the same thing that some of them white dudes be doing. You know? Same thing some of these white dudes be doing. Yeah, so now I believe that's what it is. Now, I'm not going to get up here and call Hispanic men gay. That might be doing too much. But to me, that's some gay shit if you're thinking or worried about another man being able to please another woman. I don't know. Me, I'm speaking for myself. I'm a straight heterosexual man, no sugar in my tank. I don't think about that or talk about that. I'm not like that. So it was surprising to hear that, but I believe it because it kind of makes sense because why would you be on some anti-black shit like that? Because Hispanics, they don't talk shit about nobody else but black people. And the way she explained that, I kind of believe that shit. I ain't gonna cap. As ridiculous as that sound. Because I thought it was bullshit too. Then I was like, shit, she might be right. She might be right. Because Hispanic men, I don't know if I've messed with 2 Hispanic chicks before, and I'm going to keep it real. Hispanic men do not like when they see a nigga fucking with Hispanic shit. They do not like that shit. They not fucking with that. And I remember when she told me, can you imagine if Jessica Alba and Eva Longoria both were to date black men in Hollywood? I remember when she told me that. And I was like, yeah, they probably would. Like Hispanic supporters probably wouldn't like them like that no more if they were to do that. Because they either date a white dude, and then they either date a white dude or another Hispanic dude, but never a black dude. You know what I mean? She said there's a reason for that. Because everybody knows, just straight up, there's nothing really wrong with doing that, but they just never do that, and they're in Hollywood where there's black people at. So, yeah. You know, they might do a movie where they're fucking a black dude, but that's a movie. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm like, damn, that's crazy. And then, oh yeah, I forgot to mention this. She also said that, remember when Jennifer Lopez was dating Puff? And I remember hearing this too, but I remember she told me this. When Jennifer Lopez, who's Puerto Rican, Hispanic, she used to date Puff back in the day. And back then, from what she said, from what she told me, she said that Jennifer Lopez's mom was on some anti-black shit. She didn't want Jennifer Lopez dating Puff because he was black, and she was scared that Jennifer Lopez was going to get pregnant by Puff and have some black kids or whatever, and her mom didn't want that. That's some anti-black shit, if you will. You know? I mean, I guess you want your daughter to have a kid by somebody who's the same race, ethnicity as them, so I kind of get it. But at the same time, that's kind of anti-black. Because I'm pretty sure if I said, oh, I don't want to have kids with a white woman, and somebody heard me say that, they gonna say, oh, he's racist or he's anti-white. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure somebody would say that. So yeah. So thinking back at that, that could be what it is. Maybe Hispanic, because like I said, Hispanic men, they don't like that shit. They don't like that. Nigga, you pop up with a Hispanic girlfriend and other Hispanics see that shit, they not gonna like that shit. Instead of minding their fucking business, they gonna be mad. Yeah, for real, they gonna be mad. So, you know, yeah, you know, despite that, you still got some success stories where a black dude's with a Hispanic woman and it works out, you know what I mean? But a lot of the times they not fucking with that. Not because you did something wrong, not because you're a bad guy, you're just black and they don't want her with a black dude. You know? And then I've also heard that Hispanic people, they don't like other dark-skinned Hispanics. I've heard that. I've been hearing that for years, but yeah, so that. So, yeah, I guess that's true. Hispanic men feel that way, which is strange, but, you know, and this is a Mexican bitch that told me this. You know, I would have never thought about no shit like that. I thinking they were just on some jealous shit. But that's kind of jealousy, though. So it's like, yeah, you think you can't measure up to a black man sexually. What type of goofy shit is that to think of? You know? Like, that's some sus-ass shit. That's some sus-ass shit. I don't know about all that. Yeah. Ain't no straight nigga thinking. Ain't no straight nigga thinking like that. So yeah, man, let me know what y'all think about that. You know, get in the comments, you know, let me know. So yeah, maybe all this Hispanic, so I'm gonna go off what the Mexican chick told me. Maybe all this anti-black shit from Hispanics comes from that. So I'm gonna take the Hispanic chick's word. Unless somebody can debunk that, but I'm gonna take their word. You know. It does seem believable though, because Hispanic men, they do get really upset when they see a black dude with a Hispanic chick. Not every single Hispanic, some of them probably don't give a fuck, but a lot of them, they do trip off that. Just off the fact that you're black with a Hispanic chick. You can be the, like, simping for a Hispanic chick, doing everything right for her. Not saying simping is right. I'm just saying, like, you're, like, good to her, and they'll still be like, oh, what are you doing with that nigger or negro? Or the little slangs they use for us. So, it seemed like it could be true. It's just weird that would be what would make it their reason to be anti-black. That's just kind of weird. But let me know what y'all think about that. You know, like, share, and subscribe. That shit sound crazy, but that shit might be true. Hispanic men be on goofy shit like that. You know? That might be true. That might be true. So, yeah. And again, this is a Mexican Hispanic bitch that told me this. So, that I was fucking. And this was when I used to live in St. Paul. This was years ago. So, this shit might be true. Shit. So yeah, season's greetings. Like, share, and subscribe if you feel inclined to. If not, I still appreciate y'all. But if you be kind, get in the comments and let me know if y'all had a Hispanic chick tell y'all some shit like that before or stuff like that. Or if y'all think that's true or not, or it sound like bullshit, let me know. So yeah, I'll get back.